guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I just thought I would kind of bring you guys along with me actually throughout the weekend as we are kind of getting ready. This is just more of, I guess, a productive style blog or vlog. I don't really know what to call this video just yet. But there's just things around the house that I want to get done. We have family coming down this weekend to visit us, so I definitely kind of want to bake up some treats and goodies. I want to rearrange my living room and dining room as we go into the holidays, because right now it's not very open and I want to try to achieve that. My mom has kind of given me some ideas of how I can go about hopefully rearranging things, and I really want to get this done before baby comes. Only 4 weeks left till baby's here, so I really kind of want to get all of that done and rearranged. We want to rearrange it also for where we want to put our Christmas tree. So I'll kind of show you guys all of that, where we're wanting things to be put and all that. And just some other things that we got going on, just kind of more like organizing, cleaning stuff out, things like that. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. I don't know how much I'm going to get or how much vlogging I'm going to get in. So this could be like a really short video. So if it is, I still hope that you guys really enjoy it. And make sure you like and subscribe to my channel, and let's get into it. So obviously definitely got to start with some house cleaning. I really wanted to get my rug vacuumed, and I got a little carried away with mopping. I just felt like there's certain parts of my house that I hadn't mopped since I moved in. So that was definitely on my list, kind of like over here by the front door. I don't think I mopped it since my husband and I first moved in, and really wanted to kind of move the couch. Just with having hardwood floors, you definitely tend to see the dust and dirt more. So just when I'm sitting there in my living room, I feel like I can see underneath my couches from certain angles, and I just definitely want to vacuum it up and mop it and get it cleaned. You know, I don't normally always clean underneath my rug, you know, like lift it up and sweep it, because I feel like not much typically can get underneath there. Obviously, it's laid down, and that's kind of the nice part of it. But definitely stuff gets around the edge of the rug, which I always feel like I see along with the stuff that's underneath my couches. But, you know, doing this, I definitely needed to just like completely mop my entire floor since we were rearranging things anyways, which, you know, it actually takes some time living in a space to really know how you want things. Moving into a new space, you kind of just, I don't want to say like put your items wherever, like we put thought into where we wanted things, but it definitely felt like we only had so many options to where we could put our furniture. Just because since this house isn't huge, it's pretty modest in size. So the way that we have it now, which you'll see later on in the video, I just love so much. It makes it so much better. And I'm like, man, I wish I would have seen, or like, I wish I would have done this to begin with, because it just makes so much more sense now. It feels just so much more spacious in the home, and I definitely just love the way it feels. Oh, and this kind of mop bucket system, have you guys ever used one like this? Because there's something about this mopping system that I love. If you guys have ever watched my past videos, you know that I do love my electric mop, which is like the Bissell. It's like a vacuum and a mop in one, and it is really great, especially when you have a vast majority of like hardwood floors. It does a really great job at cleaning, and it's super fast, but there's kind of like downsides to it too. It gets smelly often, you have to clean it. So this one I really do love. So I just had my husband come in and move our bookshelf. If you guys remember, it was actually over here on this wall, but it just obviously has felt really crowded in this kind of area, just because since we're in it so much, I just wanted to try to make it feel more spacious. And since this is more of a recessed wall, I actually think moving the bookshelf over here is going to be better. My mom was the one that actually suggested it, and it just kind of like made me realize kind of how crowded it was. So I'm still right now trying to decide where I want to put my bench, if I should put it on this back wall or on this side wall right here. Eventually next year, I want my husband to do built-in bench seating. And I just feel like that might just work out a whole lot better for just our family and how big our family is. And I think this actually might work a lot better with having the bookshelf over there. And I also don't know if I want to scoot it down more or not. But having the plug-in that's up here on this wall is going to be really nice for having the printer. So I will move that over. So just hearing how out of breath I was on that clip really just gets me laughing, because I guess I don't realize it because I don't always hear myself speak. So, but I'm just definitely at that point in my pregnancy where I am just constantly out of breath from the very, very simple tasks of cleaning. But we're almost near the end, so it's okay. I definitely liked having my bench on this side of the table. It made it work a lot easier because my toddler is at that point now where he no longer will sit in a high chair. He's kind of over that. But this bench sits up slightly higher than our table chairs do. And it just kind of helps having it up against the wall so I don't, I'm not afraid of him falling backwards. And it's just a lot easier for him to get into it. So this, I feel like, worked out really great. We've kept it this way and I love it. That just makes it a world of difference space-wise. We also decided to go ahead and burn this huge old pile of dead, twigs, I guess. I don't know. This was just a burn pile that was there when we moved in, and we have finally now been able to burn it because we had a burn ban. We had a lot of summer fires, and now that it's cold enough, we were able to finally go ahead and get rid of this. So it's actually really nice not having this huge old pile. It was kind of an eyesore out there, so it's nice finally having that gone. We also, here's our chicken eggs. So our turkey egg, as you can see, is the ginormous one that is speckled. Our turkey is finally laying eggs and we're ecstatic about it. And I actually try to get a shot of me using it here. I thought I was filming, but I sadly was not filming. But I wanted to show how much more, really how big a chicken egg, or a turkey egg is. Because when you crack it open, it fills up about 1/3 of a cup. And I definitely love using it in baked goods. So obviously here I am making just a box brownie mix for the weekend. And I used it in here. So I was trying to show you guys. It didn't happen, but turkey eggs are really good. I know some people say duck eggs are good. I don't think I can personally ever eat a duck egg. There's just something about it. I don't know. I know people say they're richer and creamier, but I just don't think I could eat one. I mean, we eat turkey every year, Thanksgiving. You eat turkey lunch meat. I feel like turkey eggs and chicken eggs are pretty similar. So yeah, they're really good, and she's on a good laying schedule now. I think she's finally at the age of where she is laying a lot more now. Also, these brownies that I'm making are the Ghirardelli brownies, but they are the caramel brownies. So I think it's like a caramel turtle brownie. I don't exactly know the name on it, but these used to be my absolute favorite in high school. I would beg my mom to buy these. I would make them for sleepovers. They were just my all-time favorite. So when I saw them in the store, I just had to get them, and they were just as delicious as I remember them to be. Hey everybody, I just recently had a doctor's appointment, and I went down to the, down there and did a little bit of shopping around at Home Goods, and I found these super cute baking cups. So I'm gonna treat them kind of like cupcake liners, because it does say that you can bake cupcakes in them and, do that. They're oven safe up to 375. And I want to try out this new keto cupcake mix because my husband is keto, and I have a lot of family members that are actually kind of keto right now. So we're having like a little get together this weekend. So I wanted to kind of bake these up as a little treat and thought these would be so cute to do that. So that's what I'm going to do right now. All I have to do left, I already added some water, some oil, and I'm going to add the 3 eggs to it. So I've definitely have tried some of the other Birch Bender, things from the brand, and there's some that I like and some that I don't like. So I was really curious to see how this one turned out. I actually feel like this one did turn out pretty well. These little cupcake liners, they're so adorable, but they don't really fit into the cupcake tin. They, they obviously stick out a lot. And I feel like for these, you would have to kind of like fill them. You want to fill them up more than what I think you normally would have to on a normal cupcake liner, if any of that makes sense. But they were really cute, and they were easy to bake in. Kids enjoyed seeing them. They were adorable. Anyways, I do feel like this keto cupcake mix turned out actually really well. I did end up trying one, but my husband liked it, and all of my other family members that ate them thought they were really good. Especially if you're really used to eating, I think, more gluten-free items, more things that aren't like your typical baked goods. I feel like this is actually a pretty good substitute for those things. I do think, though, however, if you're kind of getting new into keto, or new into just eating a little bit more healthier or different, you might not particularly like these. They're not bad, though. It's kind of like a taste and texture thing. So that's just all I have to say about it. I do think these were good. But if you want like a really, really good brownie substitute, there's a brand, and I think you pronounce it Lakanto. They have a really good brownie mix that you can buy at Walmart for pretty reasonably priced, I would say.
Okay, they're gonna go into an oven at 350 for about 20 minutes.
I don't know why, but watching myself mop in this kind of faster cleaning speed really makes me laugh, because I actually wish I was that quick and efficient at cleaning, because right now, being so many, like, I think this was like 35 weeks pregnant, I just don't move that quick anymore. So when I see myself really like almost attacking this floor, mopping it so vigorously, but really I'm not mopping that fast. It was just it being sped up. Okay, so here are the cupcakes that are done in these cute little liners. As you could probably have tell or saw previously when I was filling them, I had to fill them up quite a bit. I just didn't want them to be too shallow in there, and I feel like, honestly, probably with big cups like this, you could fill them up quite a bit, but I feel like they look pretty good, and they're so cute. I love them. Okay, guys, also on to the dining room. I am amazed at how much better my dining room looks right now. So, as you can tell, there is the bookshelf. Luckily, my daughter organized it for me, bless her heart. I mean, they make it messy anyway, so they should help clean it up, but it was a huge help to have her help organize it. But just look, my table can actually extend to be bigger. So it has like a fold up leaf actually inside of it. And I've never been able to completely bring out my table more just because of how we had it. It just didn't work. Now I cannot believe how much room it looks like, and I can definitely extend my table if I ever have company over and we need more room. But this just looks so much better, like 1,000 times more better. And I'm actually getting ready to rearrange my furniture too. So, sorry, out of breath, you guys. 35 weeks pregnant here, it happens. But if you guys remember, obviously my rug was down, my rocking chair was underneath that home picture. This couch was kind of pulled forward more. Well, we had talked about wanting to flip things around for Christmas, because we actually, when Christmas is here, we want to put our tree up against this really big, tall wall. Because last year we went and we cut down our own tree. We want to do it again this year, and we want to get a really nice big one that's going to fit this huge space. So here in a little bit, I'm going to have my husband come inside, and we're going to take this smaller couch and we're going to move it over here to where this wall is. I'm taking my rocking chair and I'm going to push it into that corner. And I actually think it's going to make the place feel more open, that I don't know if I'm ever going to put things back the way that they were. We'll see. We'll see. I'm still kind of mopping. I just kind of mopped right in this area, but I still have some to sweep up through kind of right in here. And so I'm going to do that. And I've been wrapping presents for my son's birthday, so don't mind all of that stuff. I still have to put that away. But just look at how much more open that feels. It's amazing. I'm just so happy with it. And I cannot wait till next year for when we actually build the bench seating. I think it's going to make it even better. So, yeah, like I said, I was wrapping presents, and the way my children's birthdays fall, we have quite a lot of celebrations that kind of happen at the end of the year. It's the start of the birthday season for us and the holiday season. I have a baby born in September, one in October, one in November, one soon to be due in December, and then we have another baby born in January. So honestly, half the year is taken up by these birthdays. And that's just my children. And also my husband has his birthday in December. I have a birthday then in February, and then my husband and I's anniversary is in February. So honestly, from September all the way to February, we have something going on. And also we have family birthday parties, sprinkled in there as well. So my youngest so far right now, he will be turning 2 here soon in November. I call him my little Thanksgiving baby, and I just can't believe he is going to be 2 years old soon. So, oh goodness, he's going to be 2, then a new baby's coming, just so many things changing. It's happy yet sad, but I can't wait. So, on that note, we definitely were preparing also for him having his second birthday. We just had my son's 10th birthday, which, oh my gosh, I cannot believe my son is 10 years old. It still feels like my husband and I just got married. It feels like yesterday. It feels like yesterday that my son was born, and here it is. He's 10 years old, and my mom just recently, we were talking about how old he was, and she said something to me. She goes, he has now less time living at home. So he only has really technically 8 years left. Once he's 18, he'll be able to move out, which who knows if he will or not. I'm not going to force my child out, but he now has less time at home than I've had him. I don't know. It's mind blowing, and it's crazy. I don't feel old enough. My husband and I, we got married very young, and I still sometimes feel really young at heart. I don't ever feel my age. Age doesn't really affect me. I'm definitely not a person who gets upset by age, but it's crazy to think about. I don't know why. It feels so good sometimes just to mop and get things clean. I think I'm in officially that nesting stage right now, because I just feel like I need to clean and organize all the time now. And sometimes that's a little hard when you have 4 kids running around, but today's a good day to get it done. So we're getting it done. So obviously I had to get my husband inside away from the burning pile, because at this point he was still out there, and I had this table that I had behind my couch, kind of, obviously it's like a little entry table as well, and I wanted to see if it would work if we could put it still behind the couch, but I realized it took up too much room back there. It made the couch stick out a little too far. So I couldn't put it back there like what I wanted, and I had to eventually find a space for it of where I wanted it to go. We did eventually decide to go ahead and put it in our entryway. We kind of obviously just moved some things around, and we made it work. We found a place for it, so that was really nice. Also, since moving all of this, we have set up a lot more baby items out in our living room. I have a bassinet that I put out here. This was actually my older bassinet that I had for my last baby, because I got a different one this time. I wanted one that could go up closer to my bed. And this one, though, is really neat in the way that it also doubles as a changing table. So you can flip it the other way or upside down, and it becomes a changing table. So I, since then, have put that one out in our living room. So there is surprisingly space for that out here. And then here, my husband and I are arguing over how we want the rug. Well, I wouldn't say arguing, but he didn't understand how I wanted it to be put inside the living room. But anyways, I'm really just happy with how this opened everything up. You guys might kind of wonder, like, well, you know, we have our TV kind of kitty cornered right there, and with that small couch being right there, how can it really, you know, how can somebody really watch TV? But you can. My children actually like to sit on the smaller couch, or a lot of times if it's one person, you can actually lay down on the couch and watch TV. But this way, when family's over, it actually makes talking to each other easier. You can really, you know, kind of all look at each other and face everybody, and it's just a nicer kind of area of talking with everybody. So that's nice. So I did move my tables around. I put this rounder table over here in the corner, and then I tried to put kind of this bigger brown one next to my TV, but it didn't work. What we actually ended up doing was scooting the couch down more and putting that bigger brown side table actually next to my rocking chair. So it looked a lot more even, which I don't know if I end up showing a final result, but it looks fantastic in the living room right now. Okay, you guys, another thing that I want to do real quick is clean out my kind of makeup drawer that you see right here. Let me see if I can get kind of more of a bigger shot for you. So obviously, as you can see, it's a very small drawer, but it's kind of overflowing with a lot of things. So I just kind of wanted to take just like a few minutes to go through here and really just kind of declutter any items that I'm not using. This drawer really has just kind of become just like a mess. It's just a small drawer, and so it's kind of like the drawer that I obviously just keep for my makeup, and I keep for obviously like deodorant, chapstick, whatever I use kind of gets shoved into this drawer. But you know, like certain things, like I don't know why this is in here, but it just is becoming a little too much. So I just kind of want to go through and just like see what things I don't really need, or things that are just taking up too much space. Like this brush that's broken. I think that's probably trash at this point. Also this, even like this Tarte Double Duty, or I think this is like the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I never liked it, but it also broke. So, I mean, I don't know why I'm hanging on to that. Things like this. Like, that's probably just my kids in general. I do love this. This is a really good concealer, though. This is the Well People BioCorrect Concealer. I did lose a little bit to this, but I still use it. So I don't want to get rid of that just yet.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know, if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down.
I think I am showing this sponge because it's a sponge I got at TJ Maxx, and I don't always use a makeup sponge, but needed a new one because sometimes I like to. And then this one was like a velvety texture, which was kind of weird, and I don't really know how I feel about it yet. It's kind of weird, but there is something about cleaning things out, even if it's just like the littlest things, that it just makes you feel more accomplished. So definitely having this makeup drawer kind of cleaned out more and organized has been really nice, and it's actually luckily stayed this way to a point. I want to say, like, you know, some things do get kind of disheveled, but it is really nice just kind of opening my drawer and knowing where everything's at. You know, things aren't always like lost, because that's how it kind of used to be. It used to be where I could never find anything inside this drawer, and it would just drive me mad. And I would think that my kids took it somewhere, or like my girls would take it out or put it somewhere else, and I realized it was in the drawer just underneath a bunch of stuff. So cleaning it out sure felt good. And it just, you know, I'm gonna have to be going through it here soon because I am packing my hospital bag, and I do like to pack makeup with me, so I'm gonna have to kind of like pick and choose which items I want to go with me. So that's gonna be fun to try and decide what gets to go and what gets to stay. I might end up actually getting some kind of little bit makeup to take with me.
I think I did a review on these two products. I've used them a lot more now, and I actually have really changed my opinion on them. I really do like this Milani Glow. This is just kind of like a nice, almost, I use this more as almost a primer. And this primer though does, I've noticed, actually really work when you do use more of a foundation on top. It can make it last a lot longer.
So here's the hot cocoa bar my mom and I set up. We got little chocolate stirring spoons, marshmallows, cinnamon sticks, the brownies, and the keto muffins. It was great. It was so much fun. We also had a fire outside, and I love this fire pit that we have out back. Also, my sister-in-law and I are pregnant again together at the same time. So I'm a lot further along than she is. So we had to take a quick photo together before I have this baby. So it's so exciting. All right, you guys, I hope that you really enjoyed that video. I hope you just enjoyed kind of hanging out with me and my family and having some fun. And if you did, I would really appreciate it if you gave this video a like and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you turn on that notification bell too, so you are notified when I do post new videos. And comment down below. I always like to hear from you guys. What's your favorite part of this time of year? We're going into the holidays. Thanksgiving's just a few short weeks away, and then we have Christmas. So what is one favorite part of it that you love, or what is something that you and your family do like a tradition? I would love to hear that, so comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Hold up, I am